Thank you for joining me today to practice. Today's flow is going to be it's more of a creative Vinyasa style class. You won't really need any props, just yourself, maybe a mat. And we'll get started. So we'll start seated today. So if you want to find yourself in a comfortable place, cross-legged, kneeling, you can sit on a block or a blanket, or perhaps on a bolster if you have one. And just take a few moments to get settled. So the hands can rest on the knees or perhaps on the lap. We'll close the eyes or soften the gaze. And perhaps taking a few deep breaths here. So as we inhale, we find length in the spine as it rises up. And as we exhale, a sense of grounding and softness as we root into the earth with each exhale. Just taking a moment to come back to yourself, come back to your breath. Coming back to the sense of stillness, of peace. And starting to bring your awareness back to your body. So noticing how breath rises and expands as we inhale. And softens and grounds as we exhale, washing down the body. Noticing how the body's feeling today. If there's any areas of discomfort, tightness, any areas that we're simply holding on to, any areas that are just feeling a bit stuck, whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, energetically. Acknowledging these spaces and then guiding the breath towards them. So as we inhale, envisioning the breath tracking towards these spaces as it fills them, filling them with air, allowing them to expand and kind of almost burst, blossom. And as we exhale, everything releases. These spaces soften a little bit further. Perhaps we soften a little bit more with each exhale. Seeing how much more we can soften in these spaces, how much we can let go, how much we can release to just come back to the present, come back to this moment in our bodies. And we'll take 3 deep breaths all together, breathing in through the nose and then taking a big exhale out through the mouth. Beautiful, last one, inhale. And then we'll take the arms out wide. Take a full stretch as we reach them away from each other. Inhale, palms turn up to the ceiling as we reach them up overhead. Bringing the palms together, and then exhaling them down through the center. So we bring the left hand to rest on the heart, and then the right hand on top. Breathing into the hands, into the palms, into the heart space. Feeling the heart space expand. And the chin drops towards the chest. Acknowledging your body, your breath, your heart. And as you inhale, take the arms up wide again. Reaching them out to gaze up, reaching the arms up overhead. And then exhale, bow down, coming to a fold. Hands to come to the earth, head and neck relax down. Maybe finding some gentle sways in the spine or to release. Giving the head a gentle shake one way and then the other. And as you inhale, lift the head and the chest. Bring the right hand to the ground beside you as you inhale, sweep up the left. Opening through the heart space, keeping the left sit bone anchoring down into the earth as you find length. Exhale, find softness. So thinking about creating space through the right rib cage here. So we don't want to be kind of collapsing down. We want to think about that inhale rising us up. Breathing life, breathing air into that right rib cage. As it lifts us up. And we exhale, we find softness. Inhale, we rise back up. Left hand finds the earth as the right rises up. And again, finding that space. Beautiful. Rising it back up, taking a full belly stretch. As you exhale, turn the torso towards the right. Left hand finds the right thigh or the right knee. And then the right hand comes behind us. As we inhale, find length. Exhale, coming into a gentle twist. Perhaps gazing over the right shoulder. Staying tall on the spine. Releasing the hands. Keep it seeing. Well, let's see if you can keep the spine where it is. So see if we can maintain that gentle twist. So we reach the arms in front of us. Circle our way over towards the left. Right hand finds the left knee, left hand finds the earth. Find length. Exhale, soften into that twist. Perhaps gazing over the left shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale, releasing the hands. See if you can maintain the spine where it is. Reach the fingertips in front as we draw them towards the front. Reaching in front of us, almost like a holding a ball, like a beach ball. Clasping the hands, pressing the palms away from you, spread the shoulder blades. Inhale, scooping it up. And then exhale, releasing the hands, clasp the fingertips behind the back as you pull the heart up and through shoulder blades back towards each other. Maybe some gentle head and neck rolls here. One way and then the other. And then we'll release the hands. Rolling with the shins coming out, tables up. Hands are underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, spreading the fingertips wide on the earth. Pressing the palms. As we inhale, the belly drops, chest reaches forward, tailbone lifts up. Exhale, press the palms into the earth, neutral. Roll the navel and chin in towards chest. Inhale to ripple forward. Exhaling back. Letting your own breath, getting your own rhythm as we roll forwards and back through our cat-cow. Perhaps we start to find some more organic movement here. So starting to circle the hips. Gazing behind us, rolling back to a child's pose, lowering one elbow down the other. Exploring movement that feels right for you, knowing that there isn't a right or a wrong way or place to be. Just kind of what feels right for you in this moment, which might be different to you tomorrow or yesterday. It's okay. Beautiful. Exhale, bowing the hips back. As we melt into the earth, child's pose. Reaching the fingertips forward. Letting lengthen the spine. Lower back soft. Perhaps finding some gentle sways in the hips, holding the forehead on the earth. And then from here, we're going to lift the hips. So almost sliding the fingertips forward as we rise. We'll bring the hips on top of the knees. So we come into this kind of parallel pose. As the palms come forward, we bow the chest down, coming into puppy pose. The forehead can rest on the ground here or on a block. Maybe the chin comes. Breathing deeply into the shoulders, into the chest here. Pressing the tops of the feet into the earth. Two more breaths here. And then we're just going to slither our way onto our fronts. Take a little wiggle, roll through the hips. And then we'll bring the fingertips out wide. So lifting up, kind of tenting our fingertips. So press them into the earth, inhale, ripple the spine up, coming into our funky cobra. When you like pressing the tops of the feet into the earth, gently engaging the bum cheeks ever so slightly. Exhale, we drop the left shoulder towards the earth, finding a gentle twist. Inhale to ripple it back up. Exhale, the right shoulder dips. So finding your own flow here as we ripple from side to side, taking your time. Perhaps inviting a moment of stillness. Perhaps moving fluidly. We'll take one more on each side. And then find ourselves back to center, taking a moment here, rise. Exhale, ripple it down to the ground. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders. So we lift up, press the knees into the earth, tabletop. Exhaling it back, child's pose. Inhale, lifting the head on the chest. Creeping the fingertips over towards the right. So we find length on the inhale. Exhale, bowing it down. So really keeping that left sit bone anchoring down towards the heel. Finding length through the left side of the body. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the head on the chest. Creeping the fingertips over towards the left. Find that length. Exhale, bowing it down. Keep that right sit bone anchoring down. Lengthening through the right side of the body. Inhale, lift the head on the chest. Exhale, hands back through center. Find length here, almost like you're kind of like a cat. So you inhale, curve up through the spine. Tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes up the knees, send it up and back. Downward facing dog. Handling through the legs, giving the head a shake, twisting the hips, giving the bum a wiggle. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting up onto the tiptoes, send the sit bones up high. As you exhale, big sigh up through the mouth, send the hips down towards the earth. Inhale, rising it up. Exhaling it out. One more inhale. Exhale, lower. Holding here, finding a breath. So knees can be soft. Heels don't need to be touching the earth, they can be lifted. Head and neck relax down, sit bones are up high, draw the navel slightly in. Beautiful, inhale looking forward, taking baby steps towards the front of the mat, taking as many as you can, maybe more than you really want to. As we find our way to ragdoll forward fold, feet hip distance apart. Big bend in the knees, belly to the floor. Opposite arm, opposite elbow, just allow the other way to hang. Feeling the sense of weightiness. As you maybe sway from side to side. Maybe pedal the legs a bit more. Maybe even pulsing the upper body, kind of in this like dangling pendulum type thing. Beautiful. And releasing the hands. As you inhale, we'll lift up. Hands come to shin spine, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale to a flat back, find length. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Last one, inhale, find length. Exhale to fold. This one is you inhale, soften through the knees, sweep the arms outwards, rise all the way up to standing. Over Hastasana, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands down through prayer, bringing them into the heart space. Tadasana, mountain pose. So checking in here. All four corners of the feet pressing into the earth. Feet can be hip distance apart, or toes can touch, or the feet can come out a bit wider if that's more comfortable for you. Really listening to your body here. Knees can be gently soft as we draw the tailbone down, navel in, so we find length in the spine. So we're not kind of standing like this or like this. We're going to think about lengthening, drawing everything in. Shoulders roll back and down, arms come down by the sides. Take a moment. Notice how this feels. Inhale, sweeping the arms up high. Exhale to hinge from the hips forward, fold Uttanasana. Knees can be soft, relax the head and the neck. Inhale to find length, flat back. Exhale, hands down to the ground, stepping back, high plank. Engaging the core, shoulders above the wrists. Draw the navel in. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Bend the elbows, knees chest gentle. Inhale to a cobra, maybe a sphinx, that's where you're at today. Shoulders back and down, opening through the heart space. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift the knees, send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out. As you inhale, we'll lift that right leg up high, three-legged dog. Taking a moment here as we send it up. And bending the knee, opening up through the hips, stacking them. We can start to draw some circles. One way and then the other. Bring some awareness into that right hip. And then inhale, guiding the weight forward as you step the right foot down in between the hands, drop the left knee to the earth. Kneeling lunge. Inhale to pull the heart forward as you find length in the spine. Staying with the fingertips here. Exhale, sending the hips back, extend the right leg. Inhale to pull it forward. Exhaling it back. Taking a few more rounds here with your own breath. So you roll forwards and back. Beautiful. And as your next exhale, we'll send the hips back, lift the right toes. Bring the hands a bit closer towards the body and a bit wider. So we soften through that right knee, find length on the inhale. And then exhale, bowing down over the right leg. So checking where your hips are going here. So you might notice that you're kind of tilting over towards the left slightly. So if you are thinking about sending the weight slightly over towards the right, just think how that feels. What difference does that make? One more deep breath here. And slowly guiding our way backward. So you sweep the fingertips forward and up. Finding a kneeling lunge. Reaching the fingertips up high and find length with that inhale. Exhale, we find softness, shoulders drop back and down. Finding this gentle engagement through the thighs so they almost squeeze towards each other. Just kind of noticing how it feels. So maybe if you kind of squeeze everything in, see how that feels, and then soften. So we've got this really gentle engagement. You get this tuck from the tailbone of the pelvis, navel slightly in. Beautiful. Exhale, raising the hands down. Left hand finds the earth as we inhale, reach the right arm up. Gazing up to the fingertips or to the ceiling. Drawing the right shoulder back. Again, we think about creating space in the torso, so we don't want to be like kind of dumping down. Inhale, we lift. Find that space. Beautiful. One more deep breath here. Exhale, the right hand finds the earth. Tucking the left toes, send the right foot back, high plank. Engaging the core, shoulders above the wrists. Exhale, lowering down either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, half crescent. Inhale to cobra, sphinx, maybe an upward facing dog, shoulders back and down. Exhale, tucking the toes, lift the knees and the hips. Downward facing dog, big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, lift the left leg, this time three-legged dog. As we exhale, bend the knees, step the hip. So shoulders circles one way and then the other. Beautiful. Guiding the left foot forward and between the hands, drop the right knee to the earth. Inhale to pull the heart forward, find length. Exhale, send it back, extend the left leg. Inhale to pull it forward. Exhaling it back. Finding your own breath again here as we ripple forwards and back. We're allowing the breath to guide you so the inhale pulls us forward. And then the exhale washes us back. Beautiful. Next time we'll exhale. Send the hips back, lift the left toes. Hands come a bit closer towards the body and come out wide. So we soften through that left knee, find length on the inhale. Exhale, bowing it down. Checking the hips, maybe squaring them off slightly. Allowing the head and the neck to relax down. Inhale, slowly guiding our way back forward. Sweeping the fingertips forward and up as we rise. Find length on the inhale. Exhale to soften. Find that gentle engagement through the thighs. Beautiful. Exhale. Right hand finds the earth as you inhale, sweep up the left. Creating space for the inhale. Softness with the exhale. Beautiful. Left hand finds the earth. Stepping it back, high plank. Engaging the core, shoulders above the wrists. Exhale, lowering down knees, chest in or chaturanga. Inhaling up dog cobra, swing shoulders back and down. Exhaling it back. Downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose, big breath out through the mouth. Giving the head a shake. Pedaling the legs, giving the bum a wiggle. Beautiful. As you inhale, lift the right leg high 3 days. Bend the knee. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Knee to nose, shift the weight forward, engage the core. Exhale, sending it back up high. Inhale, we guide it forward, drawing it towards the right elbow this time. Squeezing it in. Exhale it back. Last one, inhale, guiding it forward and then crossing it over towards the left side. Squeeze those obliques. And then we extend the right leg out. So we kind of come to this cross leg. Twisting arms to the sides of the feet. So we lift the left arm up, fallen triangle. Engage the core, lifting up through the hips. One more breath here. Left hand finds the earth. So we send the right leg back up through naked dog. And then send the right foot forward in between the hands. We find a low lunge. Take a moment here. And then as we inhale, rising it up. Finding a high lunge. Forward one. Hips facing forward, reaching the arms up. Finding strength in our legs. Beautiful. As we inhale, we'll rise up through both legs as we turn the left foot out to the side, turn the right foot follows. As we bend through the left knee, come to a side lunge. Fingertips reach over to the left foot, so at the back of the mat. So we inhale, sweep the fingertips up and overhead, almost as if you're carrying a beach ball. Turn the torso back towards the front. Warrior one. Beautiful. Inhale, we rise. Turning the feet again, sinking down left leg. Find that side lunge. Picking up that beach ball as we inhale, rise. Turning it all the way back to the front, warrior one. Last one, inhale. Turning it out. Sink down through the left leg, holding it here, reach the fingertips forward. Side lunge. Sorry, we've got a terrible angle. Taking on the beach ball as we rise. Turn back towards the front. Exhale, soften. Beautiful. Inhale. We'll shift the weight into that right foot, so into the front foot, as we come to warrior three. So you can either kind of toe tap your way there, or you can trust your balance. And think about lifting up and flying. Hands come to wherever feels comfortable for you, so maybe that's prayer. Maybe that's forward, maybe that's behind, maybe that's somewhere in between. Neck is long, engaging through that left foot as toes point down to the earth. Beautiful. If you wobble and fall, the earth will catch you, that's fine. Beautiful. Release the hands down to the earth. So we find this kind of L-shaped pose. Right knee can be soft. As we inhale, find length. Exhale, we'll draw the left knee in towards that right calf as we crunch our way in. Squeeze yourself in as small as you can. Exhale, big explosion out. Extend the left leg out. Inhale, draw it in. Move slowly here with the breath. Exhale, exploding out. Few more with your own breath. Beautiful. Two more. I've completely lost count, so we'll do one more. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, holding it here. Extend the left leg. And then exhale, lower the left foot down to the earth, low lunge. Hold it here. Find lengthen the spine, lengthen the neck. And then we'll heel toe the right foot over to the left. drop the knee down to the ground and find our way to pigeon. So take your time to get comfortable here. You can bring a blanket or a cushion underneath that right sit bone. The left leg is extending out, and that right knee has come kind of behind our wrist. And we think about drawing the right foot out, but really take your time here. The foot can be underneath if you're a bit tight. Mine's kind of quite underneath. And then we'll bring the fingertips out wide, like we did in our funky cobra. Tenting the fingertips, rising up. And then as we exhale, we'll trickle the body down, almost like we're unraveling each vertebrae. And then as the nose reaches the earth, we'll ripple our way back up. Beautiful. We'll take a few more rounds here with your own breath. Trickling the body down and then rippling back up. Beautiful. Next, on your exhale, rope all the way down to the earth. And then we'll find ourselves in pigeon. So you can bring the forearms to the ground. Maybe we rest the forehead on our hands. Maybe we bow all the way down. But wherever we are, thinking about really softening the breath here. So softening through the glute, through the right thigh. Allowing the breath to be soft and deep. One more breath here. And then we'll slowly bring the hands back to the earth. Find left. And then when you're ready, we'll tap the left toes. Hug that right knee in towards the body. And then exhale. Send it up high. Three-legged dog. Whew. Have a little shake out through the right leg. And then lowering the right foot to the earth, downward facing dog. And as you inhale, we'll start to draw the fingertips towards the feet. So we come to the back of the mat now. Heel to the feet out wide. As we exhale, we'll sink the hips down, coming into Malasana, yogi squat. So your heels don't need to be touching the ground, you can bring your tiptoes. You can bring something underneath your heels as well if you want that support, so maybe a blanket or a book. But we'll bring the hands into prayer, using the elbows to draw the knees out wide. So we ground down through the sit bones. As we close the eyes, finding a sense of grounding as we connect to our root chakra. So that's the base chakra, which sort of channels energy of support, of grounding, of safety and security. Spine is long, neck is long. One more breath here. Maybe some little wiggles, loosen out through the hips. Hands find the earth. As we slowly ripple our way up, take your time. We find ourselves in a forward fold, any variation of your choice. So this could be a ragdoll forward fold. All hands can come to the calves and the knees, somewhere in between, maybe the thighs. Maybe we have a little play. You're moving through the legs, wiggling the bum, swaying the upper body. Inhale, lift the head and the chest. Fingertips find the earth as we crawl our way back to a downward facing dog. Press the palms into the earth. Send the sit bones up high. Beautiful. And then come into the other side. So we'll send the left leg up high, three-legged dog. Inhale, draw knees to nose to knees. Shift the weight forward. Exhale, send it back up high, three-legged dog. Inhale, we send the knee over to the left elbow this time. And back up. Last one, inhale, guiding it forward and then crossing it over to the right side. Squeeze, 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 squeeze through the knees. And then extend the right foot out. Twisting on the feet. Lifting the hips. Full in triangle. Beautiful, one more breath here. Right hand finds the earth. Twisting on the feet as we send the left leg back up high. Three-legged dog. And now guiding it forward, stepping it in between the hands. Taking a moment here before we rise. High lunge, warrior one. Reaching the fingertips up. Tailbone draws down. Beautiful. And from here, as we inhale, find that lunge rising up slightly. We turn out to the wide side of the mat, softening through the right knee, sinking down. Side lunge, picking up our beach ball. We inhale, rise up. Turning all the way back to the front of the mat. High lunge. Taking this a few more times. Inhale, we rise. Turn out to the side, sink through that right knee. Picking up the beach ball. Rising it up. Turning back to the front. High lunge. Inhale, we rise. Sink through the right knee. Holding it here. Reaching the fingertips to the side. Ooh, one more breath. Picking up the beach ball as we rise. Turning the torso back towards the front. High lunge. Holding it here. Shoulders roll back. And then from here, we'll send the weight into the left leg to come to warrior three. So again, either tie tap away there, or sending the weight straight into the foot as we almost fly. Sending the right leg up and back. Foot is engaged, toes pointing down, hands come to you wherever feels comfortable for you. Engaging through the core, slightly bend through that standing leg. One more breath here. And then exhale, releasing the hands down, find that L shape. Finding length on the inhale. Exhale, draw the right knee towards the left calf, crunch it down. Inhale to open it up, find length. Exhale it down. Few more here with your own breath. Exhale, exploding it out. Inhale, squeezing it in. One more. Exhale, opening it up, holding it here, find that length. And then exhale, dropping the knee or the foot towards the outside. Low lunge. Taking a moment here, finding length. And then heel to the foot over towards the left. So we drop it down, coming into pigeon. Taking a moment to get comfortable. Perhaps bringing a pillow or a blanket underneath the left sit bone. Right leg is long. Then bringing the fingertips out wide. Tenting the fingertips. So you find that on that inhale. Exhale, trickle all the way down. Inhale, we ripple back up. Exhaling down. Finding your own breath in. And then exhale, you exhale, bring it all the way down. So perhaps you come to the forearms. Perhaps the forehead comes down. Wherever you are, be connecting back to the breath here. Allowing the breath to be soft. And directing the breath to the glutes, to the sit bones, towards the left thigh. And then the exhale to soften. Two more breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly rising back up. Bring the palms back to the earth as we find them. Take a moment. Now we'll tap the toes. Squeeze that left knee back into towards the body as we exhale, send it up. Through the other dog. Giving a little shake out, drawing some circles. And exhaling it down, downward facing dog. Big breath into the nose, big breath out through the mouth. As you inhale, draw the fingertips back towards the feet, towards the edge of the mat. Heel to the feet out wide. Bending through the knees as we sink down, finding our way to Malasana Yogi Squat. And this time we'll bring the fingertips forward. So we're almost curving through the spine here. Time to take some gentle twists, some sways in the hips. Tucking the chin steadily in towards the chest. Beautiful. As you inhale, slowly rolling up. Bring the feet back towards each other. As you inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhaling halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. Crawl the fingertips all the way back. As we come into a high plank, engaging the core, shoulders above the breasts. Exhale, dropping the knees, bend the elbows, knees just in. Inhale to up dog, cobra, scoop shoulders back down over your heart space. Exhaling it back. Downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose, big breath out through the mouth. Giving the head a shake, giving the bum a wiggle, pedaling the legs. Inhale, looking forward and stepping through to come to seat. Beautiful. Standing the legs out, giving them a little shake, maybe a little rub. So you draw the knees in towards the body, wrap the arms around. Resting the foot on the knees. Take a big exhale out here. Almost like we're breathing into that space that's in between the belly and the thighs. Trying to fill it there. Beautiful. And then as you exhale, continuing to soften the spine as you roll all the way onto the back. Drawing the knees in, rolling side to side, forward and back. Gently massaging the lower back of the earth. Perhaps drawing circles, one way and then the other. Maybe we draw the knees in opposite directions. So we bring a bit of love into the hips, the inner thighs. And then bring the arms to the side of the legs, taking hold of the outside of the feet, maybe under the knees. So you come to find happy baby. Soles of the feet up to the sky. Knees come out to the sides. Running blood through the back. Perhaps we rock on the side, on the spine, side to side. Maybe extending one leg out. And then the other. Having a little play, exploring the space around you. Releasing your feet, sending them up to the sky. Gently tucking the tailbone so that the lower back comes to rest directly on the earth. And there's a gentle engagement through the core here, just ever so slightly. We'll just start to explore the space above us. So perhaps starting to just gently rotate the ankles, flex the toes. Maybe we bend one knee and extend the other. And switch. Maybe we take the knees up wide, crossing them over each other, and start to have a play here, moving in a way that feels right for you. That's it. Finding movement, space that feels right. Perhaps we close the eyes, arms can reach up overhead. Maybe the arms join in and we start to really explore the space around us. Taking stretches, extending the legs out, engaging the core a little bit more, wrapping ourselves in as we squeeze everything in. Moving slower than you want to. Noticing how it feels if you move slower. Is it harder? Is it more comfortable? Maybe it's nicer. Beautiful. And then we'll draw both knees in. Wrap the arms around the legs, pull the forehead up to meet the knees. Squeeze yourself into a tiny ball. And exhale, release the left knee. Crossing the knees over to the right side, extending the left arm, coming into a supine twist. Right hand can rest on the thigh or the knee. Perhaps you gaze over towards the left. We're allowing the inhale to rise up through the spine, finding that. Apologies if you could hear that motorbike. Living in the city, I guess. Allowing the breath to be soft. Allowing each exhale to sink us down a little bit deeper. See if we can soften a bit further with each breath. And then we'll gently guide the knees back into the center. Realigning the spine. And then we'll drop the knees over towards the left, extend the right arm. And again, allowing the inhale to find that. And the exhale to find softness. Beautiful. Slowly guiding our way back up through center. Taking any final rolls and wriggles that you wish to take. Before we make our way to find Shavasana. So I invite you when you're ready to maybe take some little extra things to make Shavasana extra comfortable for you. So maybe adding some extra layers if it's cold. It's very cold here right now. Maybe getting a blanket or a pillow. Just taking a couple moments to get into a comfortable space. And then when you're ready, you can come to lie on our backs, extending the legs out in front of us, or maybe the soles of the feet come to the earth. Maybe the soles of the feet come together. And the arms can rest down the sides of the body, or perhaps they come to rest on the body. So we can bring one hand to the heart space, one hand to the belly, or maybe both hands to the belly. Take a few moments. And once you find yourself in a comfortable place, taking a deep inhale in through the nose, and a really big exhale out through the mouth. Allowing everything to ground down, allowing everything to release. Coming back to the breath, coming back to the rise and the expansion of the inhale, and the grounding and the softness of the exhale. I invite you to either stay here, staying in Shavasana for as long as you need, as long as you want. So option to just stay exactly where you are, or if you'd like to come out of the practice with me, then carry on listening. If you're ready, you can start to invite some awareness back in. Starting to deepen the breath. Perhaps taking a sigh out through the mouth. When you're ready, inviting some movement, perhaps wriggling the toes, fingers, circling the wrists or the ankles, perhaps gently rolling the head from side to side. taking a full body stretch, reaching the arms overhead all the way from the fingertips down to the toes. And draw the knees in and rolling over to whichever side calls to you today, or whichever is your favourite side. I'm resting here for a moment, the eyes closed. Now when you're ready, making your way up to find a comfortable seated position, cross-legged or kneeling. Bring the hands to the knees, palms facing up. Finding length in the spine, rolling the shoulders gently back and down. As you inhale, sweep the arms up wide, reaching up overhead as the palms meet. Exhaling them down through the center, bringing them to prayer in the heart space. Taking a deep inhale in to exhale out as a sigh. And then drawing the thumbs to the space in between the eyebrows, bowing the head down. Bowing in gratitude for our bodies and this practice, for the day we've had and the day yet to come. Gently rising back up when you're ready. Namaste everyone. Thank you for practicing with me today.